Hello everybody, it's Nick again. Gosh, got verbal diarrhea this week, haven't I? I'm vlogging forever and a day. Actually, it's really interesting. Having this break from work has freed up the space, and I'm finding myself wanting to write and pause and think and read and listen to different podcasts and stuff, and actually getting a lot of peace and contentment from it. And I think it's back to this not feeling rushed, and therefore kind of my mind has time to settle. It's not like that snow globe, and I think that's something in the menopause. Something happens to us that just means the capacity to live in that kind of the snow globes just being shaken type reality really reduces. And I know that that can feel really, really painful and stressful and anxious, because that is the environment we live in. But I do wonder whether it actually forces us to seek out a more natural state, which is actually better for us long term. So I do wonder whether some of the challenges we go through in the menopause are forcing us to adopt a lifestyle which will enable us to have a more sustainable approach to life and have a better quality of life for longer. But the real reason, like one of the reasons I wanted to pop on today, is because, as you can probably see, I'm not in my nightie. I actually did have some makeup on, I've washed my hair, I've put earrings on. Actually, I've got a dress on. And I know a lot of the time we can see pictures like this on social media of this, oh look at me, I look so great, look, I'm 52, and look, I can look like this. And that's not what this is about at all, not at all. It is nice, I do feel nice. I have got up this morning, I've got showered, I've done my hair, I had my eyebrows done yesterday. I do think actually having my eyebrows done really does help with my face. But the reason that I've done all of this is because it is my son's 18th birthday today, which is a really big deal. He's just such a delightful young man, and really a young man now. He's 18, but we're taking him out for dinner tonight. We're taking him for a family dinner, and the reality is that I know that as the day goes on, my energy will reduce. So I'm feeling quite sprightly at the minute, and it is 12:20. I know that by the time I get to 4 o'clock this afternoon, I won't be feeling this sprightly. So the reason that I've done my hair and done my makeup and put a dress on is because by the time it gets to 6 o'clock and it's ready, time for us to go out, I'll be knackered. So what I did was I got ready like this at the start of the day. So all I've really got to do is brush my hair and maybe pop a little bit more lippy on. But effectively I'm ready to go out for dinner, because it's just about managing my energy and being realistic about the fact that I don't have either the energy or enough, I don't give a shit enough, to be honest, to look glam all the time. And I knew that that would happen. So rather than, get to like 5:36 and be like, oh god, I need to get ready, put some makeup on, blah blah blah, I thought, no, I'll do it earlier in the day when I've got the energy, when I'm in that zone, and then basically the foundation's there, and all I got to do is brush my hair and update my lippy. And I thought it was important to share that, because I think we can very often look at people, and I know that I do it, and think, oh, how do they do it, and I wish I looked like that, or I wish this, and all of that jazz. And sometimes there's several dimensions to it. So the reason I have my hair and makeup on is because I'm taking my son out for his 18th later, and I want to just keep it as simple as possible, because I want to obviously really enjoy it and celebrate his birthday, but I know that my energy will be dipping as the day goes on. And therefore I'm just bringing stuff forward to do when my energy is up, which I think is important. One other point is there was a comment made on one of my vlogs, which I have deleted. So I think I've mentioned this before. So this is a safe space, right? I talk about God knows what, I talk about everything, right? And I I certainly don't want anybody who watches these worrying about what they can and can't say, because, you know, we should be able to share our experiences and how we're feeling honestly. That's like a foundational principle. But another foundational principle is I just don't put up with mean shit, because we can share and be honest, and I think we can do it, but that doesn't mean that we can't be kind. And that's a really fundamental thing for me, kindness and not being mean. And the comment that I deleted was it's quite paradoxical, really. Sorry, but there's no excuse for being fat. I must have been talking about my weight or something on one of the vlogs, and that was really mean. That's really mean, because we don't know people's stories. We don't know how difficult it is. We don't know how individual bodies are working, and I don't think it's up to, it's a bit of a paradox because I'm judging saying this, I realise that, but I don't think it's up to any of us to look at another and to judge them based on their weight, you know, who they are. We just don't know. And I felt it was mean, and I thought that, you know, there's a lot of really, really vulnerable women with low self-esteem, confused, life is chaotic and challenging, and that's just everyday stuff, and then we get the menopause, right? You know, life can be challenging, and I get the fact that, you know, a lot of my friends are my age and they look fantastic. They're not overweight at all, and some of my other friends are. There's no rhyme or reason, and it's not up to me or anybody else to judge them based on what their bloody weight is. So I really didn't like the fact that somebody thought it was okay to say, I'm sorry, but there's no excuse to be fat, because I think that is a massive oversimplification, and it's judgment, and quite frankly it's coming from a place of ignorance, because we don't know why our bodies are like we are. You know, okay, I might share a lot, but you know, we don't know why I really put on 5 stone. You know, I'm kind of almost feeling myself going into a justification here, which is not what it's about. And actually this isn't even about being fat or not being fat, and actually what is fat or what isn't fat. You know, where do you draw the line, blah blah blah. For me, it's not about weight, it is about are we fit and healthy? Are we taking care of ourselves? Are we eating well? Are we nourishing ourselves at an emotional, a mental and a physical level? It's about all of that. And I've really lost my train of thought. Oh, that was it. But yeah, the key thing is, I'm just thinking, however we want to share, however we're feeling, I don't think we should be mean and judge other people, and that's really important to me. Just wanted to say that. Okay, all right, have a lovely day. Thanks for listening. Lots of love.